So today we're going to be unboxing the 6.7 14 kilowatt kit from Electron Co. and putting it in my RTR Lite. Alright, so we're going to open the package. So the first thing in the package is a couple stickers, which is nice. Then they give you a mounting bracket for the controller. The next thing is they give you a message with their social medias on it. They give you this before you ride to tune the controller so you don't mess anything up. And here's the instructions on how to do it. Here's some more instructions. More cardboard packaging. And here we have the surround throttle, new grips for the new throttle. This is heatsink for the controller. This is the controller bracket to keep it safe while you're riding. This is what you'll put the heatsink on. Here's some mounting hardware. Here's the high-speed motor. Here is the actual controller itself, little bit version 3. A harness for the RTR Lite. And your power mode switch. And that is all that came in the package. Okay, so we just got the motor out of the motor box. There it is. Your high-speed mod motor. Okay, so I just got this side of the plastics off. They're over there on the floor. Time for the other side. Alright, so I just got this side off. And the fender should just like that. Slide off. Ooh, that's dirty. And my roof fender's cracked. I have all the parts, so I'm gonna try super gluing it, and I'll let you guys know if that works. But yeah, so. And there's all the plastics. And the seat. So all the plastics are off. Now I gotta take these off on both sides. Okay, so just got these off. Here. This is like the back of the controller. Here's the front. It's pretty dirty in there. Here are the plastics, all of them. But man, taking off these plastics really makes you see all the dirt, everything. So let's get that taken care of. Alright, but anyways, guys, all the plastics are off. I'm going to look at the instructions because I don't really know what to do. So we're going to look at the instructions and we'll see what to do next. Okay, so we just pulled back the cover on the controller. And there's the controller and all the wires and connectors and everything. So we're going to finish step 2 and move on to step 3.
Okay, ready? Rain, anything special you want?
It's an Italian store, right? Okay, so it's the next day. Kind of forgot to record. It's all set up. There's the motor in there. There's the motor. There's the controller. So I think I did a pretty good job, and my dad helped out. Pull the seat off. But you can't really see in there. But all the wires kind of push back onto here. That's where they were originally. And yeah, so nope. There you go. Seat's back on. Anyways, it's great. the bike's great. The surround throttle, I couldn't really get this grip on. I tried to put one of their grips on that they sent me with. This was too, it's tight, and I couldn't really get it on. So I tried like cutting this to see if it would make it wider, easier to get on. I got it on like 1 inch, and then I literally want to move. So I had to take that grip off my Ridstar. I got a pack on Amazon. I only used it for this side. Didn't use it for over there because it's half this throttle. And yeah. So yeah, I used this grip. Throttle's not a snap. Yeah, I know this looks bad. First of all, the grip doesn't even match that side. Another issue with it is I couldn't get it on anymore. It's a little bit snappy. I prefer the other throttle, but this is like stiffer than the stock RTR throttle, so I guess it's fine. But overall, in general, it was pretty easy to set up. I mean, you basically just follow the directions step by step and you do it. I mean, it really kind of is all plug and play, except for like, actually the most annoying part, honestly, was putting the motor back in, the new one, because they all had to be lined up. There's 2 bolts on this side. There's 2 on that side. So it was difficult because it's like they all had to be lined up. I had to route this through the bike up against this to the controller, which wasn't too difficult, but it definitely looks a little bit overwhelming because, I mean, it's a controller and all the wiring. But overall, I'd say it's pretty good. The only thing I messed up, I don't really know what I did. Headlight doesn't work anymore. And just to show you, turn the bike on. What? Headlight doesn't work. So, usually it works with the bike off, but it doesn't really work. Also had to tension my chain. It's not that loose. I mean, it's loose, but it's better than it was before. Also need new brakes pads. This side's a little bit better. But overall, and then I'm gonna screen record the app and show you guys all the settings. Okay, so here's the app. Gives you an option to pick a controller. So pick a little bit for the RTR. Here's your like display that it gives you, percent, miles an hour, watts, everything like that. Then you go into settings. There's high, low, medium. As you can see, I'm limited at 4.67 watts. Here's all the settings though: motor, throttle aggression. You gotta have that all the way up for max torque. The regen, gear ratio, tire diameter. You can calibrate your wheel, your reverse. You have low battery mode. And you can update it and then overall, troubleshooting and stuff. This kit was a great purchase. It's pretty neat. Came out to be around $800, and shipping took like about a month. So, I mean, it took a little bit, but I'd say it was definitely worth it, and it was pretty easy to set up. The nice thing is now, if I get a 72-volt battery, I don't need to change the controller now and the motor, because I can just change what battery on the app for this bike. And it's really neat how you can change the throttle aggression and everything. The kilowatts, it's weird. I'm limited at 4, I think it said. Around 4, just over 4. Because my battery can only push 80. Or not 80, but I forget what it's called. But it can only push 80 of it. The stock 72-volt RTR battery can push 120. So that's a little bit frustrating. So if you have the Lite, instead of going 57, you'll be limited to 48. But you get insane amount of torque, which is nice, and it's very customizable. Honestly, you're not really going 48 at all, so, or your top speed at all most of the time, so it doesn't really matter. I upload more often now that I can ride again. I was out of riding for a month. Might get a video on how to when I fix that thing. I gotta order a whole new front wheel because the axle in the middle snapped in half, and it's complicated. You can't just order an axle, which is frustrating. So I have to pay $400 for a whole new wheel, and then scooter. So yeah, we'll see. Anyways, though, cue outro music now.